Hi everyone, I'm Jeanne Rebillard and I'm here once again with attorney Bryan Schneider of Mid-Hudson Injury Law. Today we're discussing a deeply important and often heartbreaking topic, wrongful death and what families need to know about their legal rights. So let's jump right in. Let's start with the basics, Bryan. What is the statute of limitations for filing a wrongful death claim in New York?
It's 2 years. So you have 2 years from the date of death to file a lawsuit.
Who exactly can bring a wrongful death lawsuit on behalf of the person who passed away?
So the person who is going to be appointed by a court to represent the estate is either going to be an executor or an administrator. If someone died with a will, the person appointed or nominated as executor in the will would likely be the person who would be the fiduciary or spokesperson for the estate. However, more often than not, people die without a will, and that leaves them intestate. So what happens then? Kind of the same process as someone who needs a will probated. But when someone dies without a will, they're known as being intestate. An administrator has to be appointed by a court at that time. And an administrator can be someone who's the closest surviving relative. Oftentimes it can be a spouse or an adult child, but it could even be a sibling or a parent depending on the circumstances. There's an entire process that goes on before the lawsuit can even be filed in what's known as surrogates court here in New York. And that is how it is determined who would be best situated to represent the estate. But the person who's going to function as the executor or the administrator is essentially the spokesperson of the decedent. It's the voice of the estate. So you want to have someone who's knowledgeable and more often than not personally acquainted with the deceased to best give life to the case.